need to say something about Wally Anderson, who was our founding director. And he was with us for 10 years, from 94 until 2004. And then he was always there to support us until his death in 2011. And along with his wife, Carolyn Bridger. She was a charter member. She played the viola as a secondary instrument. Piano was her main instrument. After Waldy needed to step down, he made sure we were in good hands with Dr. James Croft, the head band person at FSU. And he was with us for 3 years, and then he had to step down, although he stayed on another 3 as music director, but not the conductor. And before he stepped down, he made sure we were in good hands in 2007 with Dr. Shelby Chipman. And he is still with us after 13 years. So we're pleased to have him still on board. Also, during that time, about 2009 to 2013 is when we were lucky to get Dr. Ed Kawakami, who was just directing. He started out as a master's student, but he had lots of experience in California conducting. And he went on to get his doctor's here, so he was here for 5 years, and he was a great champion of our orchestra. And we can't let him go, and he can't let us go, thank goodness. So he came all the way from Kenosha, Wisconsin to be with us today. So we're really pleased that he was able to do that. After he left, we were fortunate to have Lisa Foltz for 3 years as our associate conductor, and also she took over a lot of the publicity and the Young Artist Concert and just bunches of things. And we need to thank her. And I forgot to grab them and bring them out, but Lisa, where are you? You're here somewhere. Stand up. For her, and we'll be sure and get it to her after the concert. Also, we have had Ralph Jean-Paul, who will be conducting in just a little bit. We had him first as a tuba player when he was a student at FAMU. And then he disappeared for a little while, went off and taught somewhere, and he came back and played string bass with us. And then he started being our assistant conductor. So you will see him in just a little bit also. Also, in the past few years, he just graduated, we have had Aaron Von King. Now, Aaron, where are you? Are you out there? You must be out in the lobby or something. Aaron has been an assistant conductor for us, and he also plays the violin with us. He'll be playing with us during the alumni pieces. He's been playing the whole concert. All right. Over the years, we've had some guest conductors: Blair Clausen, Robert Griffin, Cassia Bouguet, and we've had 12 student conductors who have been with us for a half a year or a year and a half, and we've appreciated every single one of those. You can't have an orchestra without having some organization. Programs have to be printed, all kind of things. And we have had so many people step up to the plate. For the first 10 years, we didn't realize how much Waldy had done. And when he stepped down, all of a sudden we said, whoa. We had lots of things to take care of. When Waldy was conductor, he started the Artist Series of Tallahassee, as a way to raise money for the Big Bend Community Orchestra. Over the years, that kind of changed, and they needed the money, and we found a way to raise some money. So we are now our own nonprofit. But back when we were with the Artist Series, we had several people in the orchestra who served as chair of their board. Chris Hanna, Sylvia Howell. Stand up, Sylvia. Sylvia came all the way from Lexington, South Carolina today to play with us. Yes. Dr. Richard Davis. You happen to be here, Richard. Dr. James Brown. Let's see. Dr. Michael Muscatini. And we also had BBCO committee chairs during that time. Helen Clough, Dr. Richard Hopkins, who just moved away last year, and we're missing him, and Jan Kyle did a whole lot for us. Then, when Wally stepped down, we were lucky enough to have a flute player in our orchestra who became the executive director of the Artist Series. So she looked out after us for a long time and did a whole lot of things for us, and that was Pam Mason Sobadowski. And she was with us for, I can't remember how many years it probably says in the program, but she moved away also, and she really wanted to be here today, but she couldn't make it, so we're sending her a recording. Also, after we finally got organized, thanks to Dr. Brown, he made sure we got bylaws and a working orchestra board, and served as our first president or chair of that board until the Artist Series stole him. And he went off to work for them also. And after him, as chair of the board, Michael Muscatini again. Where's Michael? Right there. And he's still playing with us in the orchestra. Let's see, Richard Hopkins, Julie Sherman. Where's Julie? There she is. She's still playing in the orchestra. And Dr. Janie Wolf. And this year we have Dr. Charlie Baker. There he is. All right. Now, we can't forget our own members. And by the way, for those I just mentioned, I have a certificate for you, so be sure you get it before we leave. It'll take too much time to do it now, but they look like this. I wish they looked as good as that plaque they just gave me. Okay, we have had 781 people play with us over the last 25 years. And some of them for a half a year, all the way to every single year for 25 years. And I would like to recognize those people. Also have some certificates for them, which they can get later. But first, the people who have never missed a half a year. They played at least one concert on each half of the year, and most of these have played every single concert. Well, all of these have. Judy Blansett. Me. Taylor James, the timpani player. And Linda Schmidt, my stand partner. We also have one person who has done 24 and a half years, and that's Andrea Rep. Then We have some between 15 and 20 years, so stand up real quick when I call your name. George Luke, these are still with us. Susan Maynard, Julie Sherman, Marcy Jordan, James Brown, and Michael Mascotti. Some have been with us from 10 to 14 years. Cheryl Moat, Shelby Chipman, David Fusselman, who has played a lot of instruments with us over the years, but now he is our recording expert. Candalee Jones, Ann Delaney, Mary Earnhardt, Pam Whitworth, Mary Abbott, Dick Brennan, and those that have played 5 to 9 years with us are J.D. Wolf, Amanda Adams, our concertmaster, Dwight Slater, bassoon, Joey Bushnell, Chelsea Bloomberg, Lowe, Carolee Pochman, Paula Warman, and some more 5 to 9 years. Michael Garrison is our bass clarinet player, but we didn't have any music for him today. Chuck Guerrero, Ralph John Paul, and Ed Cowell. The rest have played 3 to 5 years. Our pianist, Joanna Parsons, Charlie Baker, Franklin Coloma, Kate Dale, Ed Lyon, Alexis Shakiri, Richard Danford, tuba, Sarah Pankaski, saxophone, Sandy Skadell, Maya Doer, and Kristen Hagney. The rest have played less than 3 years, and we hope they'll stick with us and get their name called next time. All right. Sorry to take so long, but this is important. We have some alumni members that have put in over 20 years. Richard Hopkins, who we said moved last year, and he had hoped to be here but couldn't. Ern Jones, who has passed away. Steve Masterson, are you here? Oh, great. We got a t-shirt for you. Lily Navon, right here, and we've got a t-shirt for you, Lily. Patty Gladden, and she couldn't make it today, but we've got a t-shirt for her. David Fusselman, he's a regular member. Lynn Ball, are you here? Okay. These are people with 10, those were all 10 years and above. And we have quite a few with 5 to 10 years. And this list will be on our website if you want to look that up later. But I think we probably need to move on. Before we break, we're going to have a slideshow of the last 25 years. It'll take 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll have time for a quick intermission, and then we'll be back for some more. And when we come back, our alumni, some of our alumni, are going to play with us on the last 2 pieces. There's a list in your program of those who had hoped to come, but not all of them were able to make it. We will have Sylvia and Ken Howell with us, And Allison Frazier Corrigan will be in the cello section. In the clarinet section, we'll have Patty Brownstein, and trombone, David Krause, and percussion, oh, well, we already said Ken. So look for them. One more thing, if you would like to help the BBCO by buying a t-shirt, we have a few extras, and we will have some in the lobby during the reception after the concert for $15, and all the proceeds go to the BBCO. If they run out and you still want one, we might can order some more, so just tell the person you're interested and what color and what size. I think that does it, unless I've forgotten something. Oh, I knew I had forgotten something. We do have one more thing. Every year, we do something that I'm going to let James do.
I don't know how Dr. Chipman finds time to conduct our orchestra. As you've noticed in the media, he's out in California with the Rose Bowl. He's been recently inducted into the American Bandmasters Association. He's the band director of bands at Florida A&M University. And he has a wife and son to take care of at home. But yet and still, he finds times to be our conductor on a voluntary basis. Dr. Chipman, will you come forward, please? We got the memo. On behalf of the Big Bend Community Orchestra, we would like to present you this check for $1 million. I wish. For the service you provided for the orchestra for the number of years that you've been with us. Thank you so much.